Welcome back, viewers, to the next video in our Exploring Central America video series. We are headed today to Cane, Honduras. It is in the department of La Paz. In Honduras, the departamentos are what we call states in the United States, and the city is Cane. It looks like Cane, but it's called Cane. It's a really nice, quiet, quaint city. I saw it actually on another social media platform. They have this really nice statue of Jesus Christ. We'll get to see. This was my whole reason for going. In addition to getting content for this YouTube channel, if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, Facebook, if y'all not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. As I drive around the country, I try to get good footage to show everybody, to just kind of demonstrate how Honduras looks from my eyes, give you a little bit of insight as to what I'm thinking, what's going on while I'm driving, and just exploring. I'm an adventurous person, like to learn new cultures. Saw this amazing statue on social media. I just had to go check it out. It was about an hour and a half drive, 2 hours maybe. The drive in, you guys see that it's lined with trees, the nice little white base. It is really a big deal here. The actual city, like we have New York, they're La Paz, like the city La Paz and the state of La Paz is actually a really busy and bustling city. I'll actually have some footage of that in another video. This video right here is completely about Cane and its nice murals, its nice pictures that it has lining the streets. I drove down a little bit for a little bit of a photo shoot. This is the stadium here to the right. As you can see, it's lined with beautiful murals, full of color, full of life. Tigres, tigers. It's a soccer stadium, and that right there is the sign, Cane. The nice thing about all of the cities, the pueblos here in Honduras, they all have this sign that's usually like yellow, orange, really tropical looking. It's another street mural area right here that I made the thumbnail from, if you noticed that. But there's a lot of what was I saying? Here in Honduras, there's a lot of murals. Oh, the signs. So they have the signs in most of the cities. I don't want to say all, but most of the cities, they have the sign. Everyone kind of takes a picture with the sign of the city, and sometimes they're in some pretty weird spots. You would think they'd kind of be central. Most of the towns, the pueblos, have like a central park where a lot of meetings, a lot of festivals and things are held. You would think the sign would kind of be there, but usually it's in the entrance to the city, or pueblo, however you want to phrase it. So sometimes it's in some pretty weird spots. If you look to the left right there, we got somebody who was enjoying a nice evening out the day before. Don't worry, we're gonna come back and we're gonna see him again as a dude laid out on the street just sleeping. This city right here it seems to be really safe. It was empty. There was nobody on the streets. From their perspective, it was cold, but it was only about 69 degrees. To me, that's not really cold. I don't know about anybody else. Maybe a little bit chilly. Up on the statue, it was windy, so there was a little bit of wind gust up there. But it was really, to me, it was a really nice day, really quiet day. But the streets were empty. There was a lot of food stands and markets that were closed. It was a Saturday. This was around 11 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not like it was late or like really early. I was really surprised there was no one out on the streets, but that made for better driving footage for me. Most of the streets are narrow, really small, pequeña, if you really want to call it that. Pequeño, if you really want to call it that. But because there was no one out on the streets, very few people, the driving was really simple. Here I'm just navigating through the neighborhoods. The statue is actually at the end of a street in the middle of a neighborhood, which is one of the weirdest things. You would think a statue that's really nice, big, tall, and actually made of some really good substance. I don't know what it's actually made of, but you would think it would be in the middle, again, in the middle of the city where everyone comes and see it, but it's in the back end of a neighborhood, just just randomly sitting there. It's a really nice statue. To see more photos of the statue, photos of like the city, the murals, check out my Instagram. That's going to be in the description below, and you get more of a picture based view of the city. Coming up on the statue right now, it's actually going to be at the end of this road. I did have to do a quick U-turn, so you'll see the video cut out a little bit. And as it comes back, I'm going to be parking, and then you'll be able to see the Jesus statue with the steps, with the nice view right there. It's actually pretty dope. And like I said, it's just, there's people who live on both sides of the statue, just like it's, you know, a normal thing. But it's really, this is a really big, you know, tourist spot. I saw it on social media, so I had to go check it out, and it was as advertised. It's really dope, really nice statue. Again, to see the specifics of the statue, head to my Instagram. I took some really nice up close photos of it, of the steps, and I'm gonna circle around because the street leading up to the statue is epic. You can see the statue from like the end of the street. I actually came in on the right side of the street and had to like make that right turn. But I'm gonna, you know, go around. I'm gonna drive by the park that's in the middle of the city, like the municipal area, and then head down the street, and you'll be able to see the statue straight at the end. Really, really nice statue. It's really dope. I always feel some type of way about taking pictures of religious statues and, you know, things of religious nature. But I tried to capture it as well as I could without, you know, feeling like I was disrespecting the statue. I don't know. That's just me. So right here, I'm gonna turn, and then you'll be able to see the statue at the end of the street. Like, that's a crazy good view right there. Like, that's really just breathe it in. Excellent view right there. Those folks that live on that street can just turn to the left and right and just look at that every day. Honduras is a religious country. They have a lot of historic churches, a lot of historic statues, figures. So I'm gonna try to visit as many as I can, especially if they're as cool as this one, where there's a lot of nice churches. Again, taking pictures of churches, sometimes I feel like I'm disrespecting the church, and their religion and stuff like that. So I try to be as respectful as I can when taking pictures and kind of touring religious items and locations. City is just full of colors. All of the houses, they seem like they're just painted in different colors. You go from like a white, a drab white, and then you just run into a yellow and orange. That feels like that's part of Honduras overall. They're just really colorful, and that makes, for me as a person who loves photography, who loves video, that just makes for interesting video and pictures when you can see a lot of colors. Definitely no HOA in these neighborhoods. Here I'm just navigating to get back to the middle of the city. Usually in the middle of the city, you have like a park. It usually has like a fountain, places you can sit. People just kind of gather. I think when they have festivals, when they have get-togethers, I think this is where most of the town people like meet. When they have, protests, stuff like that. So I'm just, at this moment, I'm just trying to navigate through the neighborhoods and get back to driving next to the park. Just checking it out a little bit, just driving around. So now, if you look to your right, we're gonna come up on a young gentleman, a baracho, who was enjoying the night a little bit too much. He's laying right there on the right. Baracho is Spanish for drunk. Yes, that is a person. I'm sitting here because I was like, hey, is he alive? Is he breathing? But he did move a little bit, like his head moved a little bit. But yeah, he's laid out, and I think he has, the dog watching over him, because the dog is barking. Maybe he's barking at the guy laying out, or maybe he's barking at the car. I don't know, but that was funny that dude's just laid out. To me, I feel like the city felt safe. I know there wasn't a lot of people out, but it still felt safe. It's cleaner than a lot of cities that I've seen. It was definitely cleaner than the main city, La Paz. So you don't see like a lot of trash on the sides and stuff like that. So maybe him being able to lay out there and just sleep it off is a good thing. But yeah, he obviously enjoyed either Friday night or Saturday morning, or a combination of both. See, this is what happens when you don't have an HOA. If anyone knows me, knows that I do not like HOA, because they keep, everybody's house looking the same for property value, stuff like that. But you don't have that nice color like you can get with these neighborhoods. The orange, the yellows, the reds, the blues, the aquas, the teals. I don't know. I mean, no one's really worried about resale value, I assume. They just, whatever they wanted to paint their house or however they wanted to decorate their house is what they did. I can appreciate that. I was really, really surprised that it was so quiet and empty at 11 o'clock. And so the park, the Central Park, Centro, is gonna be on the left. You can kind of tell like that little archway right there with the bell. This is the central area of the park where you can go in and sit down. There's a fountain. They got like a statue. You can see all the flags, the banderas. And this is like the municipal area, the courthouse area, like their quote unquote government building, like where the mayor, the state, city building, like the city buildings would be, the mayor and stuff like that. It's really small. It's just a block long. It's a square. Look at that wall. Look at that wall. It's just full of color, so vibrant. Makes it easy for you to like identify your house when you have guests and you're like, hey man, I'm just, the orange house on the right, that's me. It's like a long orange wall. So I'm on my way out now. I got out, checked out the statue for a little while, and when I was driving in, I noticed, and I mentioned it in the video, all of the murals that were on the left and the right hand side. So I did a little photo shoot, nothing serious, with the House of Villains brand. Again, check out the Instagram to see more of those photos. These murals are really, really fly, really, really dope. So, the dog running through the streets. This mural right here is really, really nice. Took a couple photos in front of that with the House of Villains gear on. I'm gonna start promoting like that. If you want some House of Villains gear, please support the brand. The link is down in the description. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Purchase a couple pieces of apparel, some merchandise, and if you do, take a picture, and you can be featured on social media, on my social media, representing the House of Villains brand. And here on the left hand side is the soccer stadium, Estadio Municipal, with all of the nice murals. So I did get out in this area, took a couple photos in front of the murals. Really, really nice. I'd like to see one night when they have a full house and the city is rocking, watching some soccer play. That'd be really dope. So a little bit more just driving through the streets. I'm gonna do a complete turn of the block and head out of Cane. You know, I spent the day in La Paz just driving around. I had seen a couple sites that I wanted to take a look at. But the main one was that Jesus statue. That was the entire reason for the trip. Those are like the little small taxis that they have. I can't fit in one of those, so I would never purchase one. But they have taxis like the cars, and they have like the quick get around taxis, like the little red moped hut thing that you just saw. And that right there is the Cane town sign. Gotta always take pictures with at the sign just to show that you've been there, checked it out. It's gonna be the nice little drive back out into the main road, leaving the Cane area. It was a really nice town, like I said. I enjoyed it. I'd like to come back one day when it is active, and maybe they have a soccer game going, things are lively, and the people are out, you know, in the streets. But that has been Cane, Honduras, in the state, the departamento of La Paz. Check back to the video, check back to the channel for more videos exploring Central America, exploring Honduras. As soon as I make my way around Honduras, I will make it to other cities. So I try my best to just research and then go check it out. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please tell a friend, subscribe to the channel. I'm on all social media platforms as Felix Black, vFelix Black V. All the links are down in the description. Different content for different platforms, so please check out all the different platforms. You'll be able to see more photos from this visit in Cane, Honduras. TikTok, I may do some TikToks for the travel, but usually TikTok is just more for, you know, grown man suit and tie type things and a little bit of, you know, fun. But thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one.